swiftly on.
Right guys, welcome back to another tutorial, and we're doing something a little bit different in this video. Again, I know I keep chopping and changing between what we're doing. In this one we're going to do a little bit of origami, so we're going to be having a look at how to make an origami cat. So if you're interested in learning how to make an origami cat, then stick around and let's get crafting. Okay, so we're going to go at making a origami cat. So you need to start with a square. Pretty much every origami video that I do is going to start with a square. So to do that, all you're going to do is take one of the corners of your A4 sheet of paper. You're going to fold it across until this line here matches up with the line of the sheet behind it. So it needs to be perfectly square there. And then you move your finger back, push it down the middle, and then just smooth it off both ways. And this here should line up almost perfectly, and this should be a nice sharp point. Mine's not actually perfect, but basically it should be like that. Line it up so you can't see any of the other paper piece behind it, and then flatten it off like that. And then you need to cut this piece away. Two ways you can do it. If you're not confident, you can take a pencil, draw across that line, and then unfold it and cut along that line, or you can just hold it like that and cut along it like that. Completely up to you. One thing I would say is, once you have cut this piece off, don't put this piece in the recycling bin, keep it, because you'll be able to make a mini version with it. So you can still make a square out of this piece here. So I'm going to put it to one side. So, first step is to flatten it out with this diagonal fold going across, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to take this top corner and you're going to fold it back, and you're going to put this piece right into the middle and just hold it with one finger and then flatten that like that. So you want that to be roughly in the middle. Then we're going to flip it over. So you can see mine's not quite perfect. Let's just quickly change that, see if we can get it a bit more central. Looks a bit better. So we're going to flip it over, and on the other side here we're going to do a similar fold, but we're not aiming to go right into the middle. We just want to do a little fold like that. It wants to go maybe, I don't know, it might want to be about 3 of your fingers wide. Yeah, so like that. Okay, so we're going to flip it over now, so that we've got the bigger fold on this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold this over the top, so that these two bits line up with these two bits. So we're going to take this and we're going to fold it. The fold should already be there because that was our original fold, and flatten it like that. So now you shouldn't be able to see this part, it should be hidden, and the smaller part should be on the other side. So you should have something that looks like that now. Now what we're going to do is we need to find roughly the middle of here and here, so you can either fold it across or you can just have a good kind of guess. And I would put your finger there and take this corner here and start folding it over. And what you're trying to do is you are trying to line up these edges there. So you're trying to line up this edge here with this edge here as you're folding it over. So you're folding it this way and then flattening that off. So if you look, this bit here should line up, and then you're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So it's slightly easier to do the other side once you've done this side, because you've got this line that you can use as a bit of a guide, and you can go like that, line it up. Again, you can see that mine isn't actually quite square now, which means that I'm kind of struggling to get it in the right place, but it's fine. So we're going to do that. So we've taken these two pieces and folded them in like that. You just end up with something like that. Next step is you're going to take your finger and you're going to put it on there. So not right in the middle, a little bit higher like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this corner and you're going to fold it up like that until you're here. So you only want it to fold there, and then you're going to stick that bit, should be sticking out like that, because this is going to make up the ears. So all you're aiming to do is fold it up. This bit you can kind of make the ears as big as you like or as small as that. You don't want to do the whole thing because it won't work. So it needs to be a certain amount, and then you want to try and make the other side the same. So you're taking this piece, put your finger down where you want your ear to be and fold it up so it's sticking out the top like that. I'm going to do the same on the other side, so I'm going to put my finger here, I'm going to fold this up like that. If they're not perfectly the same size, it won't be a problem. And if they're not quite pointing the same way, I won't worry too much. It should look like that. So you're taking your two ears, or what will be your two ears, and folded them up. You should end up with something that looks like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to flip it. Oh, sorry, we're not going to flip it over. We've got one more step here. So the next step is we're going to fold along. You need to imagine you have a line here. And you're going to fold this top bit here, this corner, into this corner here, so where this gap is, and it will sit really nicely into that gap there. Now if you've used slightly thinner paper than me, you should hopefully find this a little bit easier. I've used paper that's almost like card, so it's rather thick. So you're going to fold that into that gap there. So from there to there. Then you're going to push it all down nice and flat, and you're going to flip it over, and that's going to be roughly the shape of our head. And these are obviously our ears sticking out. So this is where you can look and go, oh, actually I quite like that ear to be a little bit bigger, and you can go to the back and you can just fold it and have it sticking out a little bit more like that. I'm going to do the same with the other ear. Mine's going to have quite big ears, I think. And there we go, one's going to be a little bit bigger than the other. And then you're going to take this piece here, and you're going to fold it down, because this is going to be the nose. So you're just going to fold a little piece of it down like that. So that is the shape of your origami cat. And then obviously you go in and put your details in, so you'd need obviously some eyes. You could do the eyes that everyone I work with seems to absolutely love doing, which is these really big eyes, which are just going to be big ovals, and I like putting these light bits in them. And then they will colour in the rest, and obviously this is the mouth, so you might even put a little bit like a V, and even a little tongue like that. Now you could decorate this in absolutely any way you want. You could put some little nostrils on it and colour it all in. It's completely up to you, but that is our origami cat. Origami cat finished. I've done a little bit of colouring in, put some eyes on it. You could definitely decorate it, put some stripes on it and all sorts, which would make it look really cool. You can also use this back piece here as a little bit of a stand, so if you fold it up again, and then you can use it to have it stand up. And there we have our origami cat. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed having a go at learning how to make a origami cat and then something that looks a little bit like this. Now, it's not going to be perfect the first time you do it. The first time I tried to do this one, it did not turn out very well at all. However, I've practiced, we've got better, and we're getting there now, I think. So, keep an eye out for more origami videos, because I'm going to be hopefully making quite a few of them. But until next time, keep on crafting.